What is up, everyone? Today I'm going to give you 4 different strategies that you can use to get out an exit strategy to actually realize your gains before the bear market comes. And for those of you who believe that the bear market is not going to come, it is. It's a cycle. That's how it works. We need to be ready to actually deal with it. Before we get into the video, if you're new to the channel, leave a like, subscribe. It really helps me out to build out more videos like this one so we can help everyone grow and learn about crypto, NFTs, and the metaverse. So let's jump right into the video. Now, before we look at actual numbers, let's see about what exactly is an exit strategy and the definition according to Investopedia. Now, an exit strategy is a contingency plan that is executed by an investor, trader, venture capitalist, or business owner to liquidate a position, so in a financial asset, or dispose of tangible business assets before predetermined criteria for either has been met or exceeded. That is complicated, very complicated. Let's make it simple. It's a way to really realize your profits or gains before the asset you invested actually crashes, or if there's a big downside or any big event in the market that takes away what you gained, and then it keeps moving sideways without actually going to the same heights. Same way as you have an investment plan, an investing strategy, you must have an exit strategy in order to actually realize what you made and not actually end up losing everything. Because an asset may not go to zero, but it could really decrease in value, and then it will be an issue for you. Now, let's look at some examples of what happened in the past with Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin had a major rally, a major bull market in 2017. Now, as you can see here on the chart, we topped out at roughly around $19,497. Now, imagine at that point in time, you couldn't see further than this chart like you see now. You couldn't see the future. Nobody actually knew where the top would be. Now, if you didn't have an exit plan, if you didn't actually realize some gains all the way up there, what would actually happen is it will start dropping. Now, 2 things could come out of that. Option number 1 is you could say that, okay, it's going to be a dip, it's going to go up again, and not sell, not realize profits. From what you can see, it dipped up until, down until 13,000 almost. And then we had another small rally up to 16, and then another dip, and then another rally, and then another dip. So it's not going to be like one day you wake up and everything goes to zero or you lose everything. It's going to be tricky because people are involved. Now institutions are involved. Back then it was mostly retail investors in Bitcoin and crypto. Right now things are different. It's not the same. But the bear market is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's like Thanos. Now, from what you can see, at one point, it dropped all the way down to 6,955. And then again, it rose up. And then at the end, it actually went down to 3,800. Now, what you need to understand again is that it's going to be confusing. It's not going to be like a straightforward drop and that's it. Many different things come into play when you look at things like Bitcoin or Ethereum and in general the crypto market. So what we need to do is have a plan, and this is what I'm going to give you today. 4 different options of how you can do it. Let's switch back to our trusty sheet that I like to use. I always like to use sheets. It clears my mind. I use 2 things basically to clear my thoughts. I have a notepad, a small one to write my thoughts in so I never forget. I have another one to plan out my videos, and I have a bigger one to have all the goals, everything I want to achieve, and then I have my sheets. This is my point of reference in everything I do. What I'm showing you now is an example. What I have is different sheets of keeping track of things and what I do. Use it as reference. I'm going to leave a link so you can download it as well if you want to play around with it. This is not financial advice, guys. Do your own research. But I'm trying to point you in the right direction so you can move faster and more efficient before the bear market actually comes. Option number 1, when it comes to have an exit strategy, you can choose to actually have different selling points. Now, you may say that at point number 1, when Bitcoin reaches, for example, in this example, the first example is Bitcoin. Your first selling point could be 65,000. So you say, okay, when Bitcoin reaches 65,000, I'm going to take out 20%. Then the next point could be 70,000. When it reaches 70,000, you can take another 20% out. And so on and so forth until you reach your target price at the end. So 5 selling points from 20% would be actually 100% of your investment. Now, you can adjust this if you have different needs. For example, if you don't want to take everything out, you can do 4 and leave 20% in. If you want to take smaller amounts, you can. You can change your target price and actually do like a 10% every time and do like, 10 different selling points. That's why I said you need to play around with it. Obviously, follow the market, see what is going on, plan out what you want to follow as a strategy and stick to it. You have to stick to what you say. Stick to your word. If you don't follow the plan, it will fail. Yes, you can adapt if a plan doesn't work out, but if you don't follow it, it will fail 100%, it will fail. Now, I spoke before. Now, the second option you have is dollar cost averaging out, the reverse. I've spoken in this channel before about dollar cost average to get in as an investment plan, but now we need to speak about getting out. So if you like that tactic, if you're using it, you can use it on reverse to actually realize some gains and not lose everything when and if the market crashes. Now, I did as an example Bitcoin. Let's say you have, it doesn't really matter how much you have actually. So let's say you decide that weekly you are going to take out a specific percentage of your investment. Like you decide to invest, let's say 10% of your salary every week. When the time comes and you feel like the bear market is imminent, or if you want to realize some gains, you can actually say, okay, you know what, for the next month, every week, I'm going to take out 10%, 20%, and stick to it. Every week, take out 10%, regardless of the price. You have, I cannot stress this enough. You have to be vigilant. You have to be sticking to the plan 100%. If you don't, there is no point of making a plan. So what you are going to do is decide the intervals. If you want to do weekly, if you want to do monthly, if you want to do every 2 months, 3 months, decide the interval and actually stick to it and follow it. Then you will slowly see money coming out. Maybe you can stop when you reach your initial investment, when you did it. Maybe you take out everything. Again, you have to play with it. This is not set in stone. This is to suit your own needs. These are just some guidelines. It's not financial advice, guys, again. Strategy number 3. So what we are looking here is setting out a target price and take it out at that target price. Now, this is the value today, for example. Again, I'm sticking to Bitcoin because it's simple to understand. You may have many different assets in line here. Let's say you decide you want to take out 50% of your investment. When it reaches 85,000, you set the amount. Again, when it hits it, you stick to it, you take it out. You may take everything out. You may take 75% out, 10%, 20%, 50%. This is usually used to take everything out. So what I would say is, if you're the kind of guy or girl who just wants to make a quick buck and get out, set a realistic target price. And when the asset hits the price, take everything out. That's it. Change everything to dollars, euros, what you're using, withdraw, send it back to your bank, and that's the end of the story. Last but not least is setting up a portfolio target price. So if you have a portfolio of, let's say, 1 million or 1,000, it doesn't make a difference. You start with 1,000 and you say, you know what, when I do 10,000, when I 10x my portfolio, I will take everything out. That's it for me. I'm going to wait for the next cycle. Or you could say, when I reach 1,000 profit, when I reach the target price of, let's say, I started with 1,000, I reached 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, I want to take everything out. The last option is setting a portfolio target price. So you include everything in your portfolio and say, when my portfolio reaches X amount of money, I will sell everything and cash out. For example, in total, let's say you have 3 assets, 106,000. You may set your selling point at 200,000 and say, when my portfolio reaches 200,000, so almost a 2x, I sell everything and I get out. That's it. I don't want to be involved anymore into crypto. You may set your selling point at a higher amount, lower amount, or you may say, you know what? When my portfolio reaches 200,000, I'm going to take out 20% and then set another target price and take another piece of your profits out. This is why I'm saying you have to work this out to suit your needs. You can mix and, you can use different exit strategies. You can mix them up. You can do your own. This is not set in stone. This is my personal take on an exit strategy. You can decide to name it, I don't know, Dodge Elon Exit Plan 2.0 and use it. Doesn't make a difference. It doesn't. Or John's plan to save money. It doesn't make a difference. You decide what to do. Do your own research. Understand how these work. And when you understand how these work and how the market works, and when you actually keep up with the updates, you should be fine. Just don't let greed get to you. These plans exist so you can implement them and use them regardless of the price. This is the trap the majority of people fell into when they were looking at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was climbing up, and then suddenly it kept dropping. But every single dollar you lose, it makes a difference in the long run. So let's look what we have today. So today's price, when we look at Bitcoin, is $57,159. Now we have different target prices. Plan B, for example, speculates that the price could reach up to 100,000 until the end of the year. It could. Nobody knows. But what are you going to do? What is your plan? Are you going to keep everything in? Are you going to take money out? You need to have a plan and stick to it. So if you stick until the end of the video, I'm going to leave down below a link to the Discord for 3 invites only, just for you guys. You get access to early news, a great community, small community, but we're building it slowly with people who are really interested in crypto and helping out other people. You get extra privileges and a special role. 3 invites only. Keep up with the news. You can always follow me on Instagram. I post daily stories about the market, movements, hidden gems. I post reels about daily news. I really mix and match things up in there. Instagram would be the place to follow me for daily updates and to connect. That's the place to find me. It's at the Harry Geo. I'm going to leave a link down below. As always, you can check it out. You're amazing for sticking until the end. Look at the Discord link, 3 invites only in the description, just for you guys who stick until the end. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.